Thank you. This is really exciting. And I'm David Berkowitz, Chief Marketing Officer of MRY, one of quite a number of shops within Publicis. And one of the exciting things that I think we get to bring to the table as the first advertising company that is taking part in the NYC Media Lab is that across all of these great brands that we have and all these great agencies, then I will figure this out one of these days. MRY is just one of the digital focused marketing shops, part of it. Razorfish, Viviki, Digitize LBI. We're all pooling in together. It's actually fairly unusual, even in the agency space, that all of us are really collaborating in such a deep way. But what's really exciting about what we get to do by collaborating together is that there are dozens and dozens of clients that you can impact. We have, and I'll talk a little bit about the verticals and where our focus area is going to be, but this is something that you can just have a lot of scale at once and touch a huge number of people pretty much overnight. So I was trying to think a little bit about where we want to take the seed project and get an inspiration, because as I was talking with my collaborators, big theme that came up was the future of retail. Right? And I'll talk a little bit about this, but I tried getting some more inspiration. And so, of course, I tried doing a little image searching, and so there's the Google Glass mindset. I know David Polinchuk is somewhere there from AT&T wearing it, and there you are, David. So he can then talk. He can then stream me talking about him, and so you can have like stereo sound live stream things going on. I will get this to work here. Some of these were GIFs, so this was even cuter animated. But apparently, when I was looking up the future of retail, a puppy pulling a shopping cart was one of the things that came up. So I'm not sure if this would really fit on a typical mood board, but I guess in the future, instead of things like Instacart, you're going to have Puppy Cart. I don't know. Maybe that's the new idea. But puppies pulling shopping carts. That seems maybe kind of cool. There's this scene from WALL-E, just a lot of oversized people kind of letting commerce come to them, and so some of the scenes remind me of some of the Berkowitz family gatherings. But in any case, just think about it further. Now there are so many things going on right now in terms of, you have drone commerce, you have the iPhone 6 trying to get their play involved, and your watch just buying you stuff. And but ultimately, these issues actually matter quite a bit for a lot of the massive brands that we're working with. And and what's especially intriguing to them right now is what's happening at that point of sale, because the vast majority of commerce still is, and still will for a long time, happen in some kind of physical space. Increasingly, that vast majority of commerce is impacted by the digital devices and media devices that people are carrying around with them all the time. And it's actually really unnerving for a lot of brands that are used to doing business a certain way. It's also incredible opportunities too, because now, for instance, on the brand side, you have marketers able to connect with consumers directly for the first time. I remember seeing a report on shopper marketing a couple of years ago, and came from one of the big consultancies, and they talked about innovative technologies in shopper marketing, and it was one of these big pallets where it had some pneumatic device underneath, so as you took boxes off of it, the pallet rose, and there were ads on all four sides of this pallet. This is still more the traditional mindset. I think we could do a little bit better, and I think just the ways that you can give people access to information, the ways that people are learning more about competitive products and other things going on in that store, being able to find a product quicker or and learn about things they didn't even know about. There are a lot of things that are changing, and I'd love to just tap into so much of the brain trust and interest here and especially when you look at not just retail itself, but say, consumer packaged goods and the products themselves that are sold in stores, financial services, as companies are, you saw how quickly so many of the major financial services companies got on board with the iPhone 6, and it's because they're just hungry to stay relevant, but they also want to stay ahead of a lot of the change there. Even what's happening on the way to the store, right? For those who've used Waze and got those alerts that there's something, if you just drive a 1/10 of a mile out of the way, you can get a free coffee somewhere. These kinds of things have the potential to change behavior. So this is really what we want to tap into and use our challenge grant. And so we'll share a lot more about this going forward, and really excited to work with you on this. But putting this 25K to good use, I think you'll be able to impact quite a large number of brands and consumers in the process, and I'm looking forward, along with my associates across Publicis Group, to just exploring the future of retail with you. So thank you very much.